Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. You are watching a recording, and by the time you're watching this, it will be Sunday, June 30th. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my craft room. This is Jen with Jen's Creative Stampers here in Indian Trail, North Carolina. And like I said, I'm coming to you on a recording. So I hope that you enjoy this fun card class. Want to remind everyone, I still have my registration open for our next monthly coffee and kit class that will be on July the 13th from 10 until noon. And we are going to be doing the June paper pumpkin. So be sure and sign up for that. That is on my website, jenscreativestampers.com. And I will also go ahead and post the link for you to sign up as well. So want to mention that we have a new promotion that starts on July 1st, I think, July 3rd. And it goes through July 31st. And what that is you are actually earning bonus dollars is really what it is. You are actually going to be earning for every $50 that you spend in the month of July, from July 3rd through July 31st, you will be earning $5 bonus coupons for every $50 that you spend. And you are able to redeem those in August, starting on August the 1st. So it's a really great way that you get bonus dollars for free product. So what is better than Stampin' Up! Product? Of course, free Stampin' Up! Product. So really excited about that. And the bonus reward coupons will come to you in your email. Okay. Stampin' Up! Does not keep track of these. We cannot reproduce those. So when you get them, print them, hold on to them, take a picture in your phone, keep that, because I don't even get a copy of that either. So just wanted to let you know that's coming up. So this card class, I hope it inspires you. This is one of our new or newer online exclusives. I'm going to go ahead and point you down and show you what we're doing. We are using the Magnolia Mood Stamp and Die Bundle. It looks like this. This is the stamp set. And let me move my table down some, because I can do that now. And that makes it to where you can see more. Okay, so this is the Magnolia Mood. It is gorgeous. I love it. I've had it for a little while, and I've just pulled it out to create this class for you for this class, this card class. So you can get this card class for free with any $50 order. You will want to buy the bundle and grab that off of my online store. Again, it's in the online exclusives. The item number is right here, 163507. And that will get you the bundle, which is the stamps. You can see they are the red cling rubber. And these are the dies. And they are beautiful. Again, we're going to use this. This is a very intricate die. Love it. And then there's some other images that cut out from your stamp. So I'll show you how those work as well. So in addition to that, I'll put this over on the side. We're going to be using these dies out of the Wildflower Designs dies. This is in the annual catalog. This I love. These are gorgeous dies. They should be coming off of back order here very shortly. I think July, first week in July. So in a couple of days. So that is really beautiful. And then I'm also using two different 3D embossing folders. One is this cute crochet, and you can see the design there. It is absolutely stunning. I think you're going to love that. And then secondly, this beautiful eyelet 3D embossing, and I adore this so much. It's so pretty. It's very elegant. So I'll show you how those go onto our cards, okay? So let me put this over here and get these out of the way because I think I've die cut most everything that I needed. And put these over here. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm also using these gems. These are the adhesive back swirl dots, and they're in petal pink, they're in pecan pie, and they're in like a white or kind of like an off-white a little bit. But they're really pretty with this. So how I've got this card designed for you, this class design, you're going to love it. So the card or the colors that we're going to be using are petal pink, crumb cake, and pecan pie. So if you have those, hopefully this inspires you. All right. So the very first card we're going to make is this one. Again, very elegant, really pretty. It uses that eyelet back on the background. And then we use that very, very intricate die, as you can see there. So I'll go ahead and recreate this card for you. Put this right up here. All right, so I have some crumb cake with a crumb cake layer. And then we have the white for the inside. We will go ahead and take this crumb cake and we will run it through the 3D, the eyelet. And then this is a piece of thick white cardstock. And we are going to run this very intricate die through with that. Okay, I can probably get 2 onto this quarter sheet of cardstock. Okay, so let me go ahead and run these through. You can see me right behind me. Do that. And the intricate dies, sometimes I run those through twice, just out and back. Makes it for a little bit easier to get out. And then for the eyelet, you have to use plate numbers 1 and 4. Okay. And that goes through very easily. Okay. So what I've also done, so here is the eyelet. And look how gorgeous this is. Isn't that so pretty? So that is one of my favorites in the new book. And then I have this. You may say, what in the heck is this? This is a paper pumpkin box that I put a cute little bow on and some real pretty designer paper to make it pretty. But I have my little brush that gets all of those, can you see that? Gets all of these pieces out of my dies. So once I run it through twice, then I will go ahead and kind of run this through. And you can buy this. This is in my online store. And this attachment now goes on the end of your Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so it literally will screw on to the end of your Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so you can get that, and it also comes with the little sponge, or the right here, this black. And literally what I do is I just empty it out and do it again, right? So what it does is it actually takes out all those little teeny tiny pieces, which helps a lot. And I just kind of store it in that. So again, this was thick basic white cardstock. And the reason I use the thick is because it gives it a little bit more rigidity and allows for it just to pop out a little bit better. As you can see, some of these kind of got stuck in there, but that is good. Just flip those off. All right, so there we have that. And I'm just going to put that paper pumpkin box back over here. I actually store it with all of my dies. Okay, so and what you can go ahead and do to add a little bit more kind of texture to this, you can use your petal pink with your blending brush, or you can even use some crumb cake with your blending brush and actually add a little bit of emphasis on those raised areas. You may not be able to see too much in the camera, but I always go in a circular motion and kind of fade it out, blend it out, right? I love our blending brushes because it just adds that little bit of pop of color. Okay, so hopefully you can, yeah, you can see it a little bit. It looks kind of wonky in the camera, but it is very nice and blended. Okay. So let me leave that out. I'm going to also open my crumb cake. Okay. And what I am going to do is I'm going to take my Magnolia, this beautiful piece, and I'm going to start with my petal pink. Let me get that little die cut piece out of there, out of the center. And I'm just going to kind of go in a circular motion, very light. And I'm just going to add some color to this. These are kind of like monochromatic hearts, right? So they're meant to be very elegant, not pops of color, just a little bit of interest, but really capture the beauty of those magnolias. I don't know about y'all, I love magnolias. I have a magnolia tree in our backyard, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And when these blooms pop out, which they're out right now, they are stunning, so beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna add some crumb cake here. I am going to grab some, I thought I had some paper. Here we go. Now I do. So with the darker colors, you're going to want to kind of start off on some scrap paper. And I want the center to be really where my color is kind of focused, right? And kind of come out from there, very light. And I really wanted the emphasis to be on that really beautiful petal pink. I love that petal pink. I love that color. So this may not look like much here on the screen, but it's really, really light, right? And so, put that over there. So what I'm going to do is take my mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to pop this up with a few of these. You can do as many as you want, but just trying to give it some pop. Let's see, one here. You could use the regular ones, but I feel like they're just too big, right, to fit in these little grooves of this beautiful magnolia. So I didn't want any sticking out, and I didn't want to have to fuss with cutting it. So the minis are awesome. If you don't have any of the minis, they come same exact cost, same exact packaging as the regular. So grab those. I always have minis on hand, and I use them pretty often too, just because they're easy and I don't have to cut that way. Okay. So let me take all the backings off of these. There we go. And I'm going to place this knowing that I'm going to be in a landscape orientation. All right. And then I'm going to take my large dimensionals and I'm going to pop up the back. Okay. And I'll probably add a couple here on these two ends. Just again, just to hold it up really well with shipping and whatever. By the way, did you guys hear that shipping is going up? I think I read, I don't think it was an error. I think I read shipping is going up. It's not even shipping, it's postage for shipping packages. Like the cheapest through the U.S. Postal Service is going up twice in July. How can they do that? This is like crazy. I don't even know how many rate increases that they've had, but it's been a lot. Very recent. Oh well, just telling you, everything's crazy. So that means all my shipping costs will go up, which means everybody's going to start charging more. So craziness. All right, so here's our white inside. And I just really love these distinctive stamps. You're going to see just how beautiful they stamp. I'm going to do the crumb cake here and go down on that. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. So we're going to do that for the inside, and then we're going to just glue it down here. So I hope you guys have had a good week, and I hope that everybody's getting ready to have a fun 4th of July. It's a super fun time for families and people to get together. And oops, don't do that upside down. That would be bad. That would be very bad. There we go. All right. Oops, I keep bending that guy back. All right, and then we're going to take our little, I'm going to take the petal pink on that one. I'm going to take a pecan pie here. I'm going to take a white one. I always do odd numbers. Right, there's the third one. So that is our first card. Hopefully you can see that well. Hopefully you like it. It's super, super easy. Now this one I have a lot more ink in the center of it. This one's not so much. So you can just see the difference here, okay? So that is card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. Again, you can get this card class for free. You'll get 2 of each one. And there's 3 cards in this card class. You'll get 6 cards, a kit with 6 cards in it. This is card number 2. Whoops, there we go. Still getting set up with my whole like reconstruction of my craft room, so bear with me. This is card number 2. And you open this one up and it says, just a note to let you know that you are loved. I love that. And this features those wildflower dies, which are absolutely stunning. Again, pecan pie, petal pink, and crumb cake is our theme for this whole class, okay? So let's go ahead and get that one recreated. I have already cut these out here from the cardstock. And I've got a piece of pecan pie, which I've already scored in half and then score that in half. All right, so it's 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. All right, so I'm just going to score that and burnish it really well. All right, and now what I will do is I'm going to take that same stamp that we just used, mount that up, okay, and I'm going to take the pecan pie. Did I do pecan pie? I think I actually did crumb cake. I'm going to do crumb cake. Take that here. All right, and my crumb cake is really juicy, so if yours isn't that juicy, you may want to either re-ink it, or you can even use your pecan pie. Okay, so that would be pecan pie on top of pecan pie. So I'm just going to stamp this. I'm actually going to bring it out like this. Let me mask it. Let's do this to not make a mess. So I'm just going to go all the way to that score line, okay? Super simple. And I'm just going to randomly stamp it all around, just moving my stamp so that I can get different angles, even going kind of that way, this way, and like that. Okay? All right, so that's what we have. And before I get this card all in that mess, let me clean this up real quick. The glass mat, which I don't have out, I've put it away since I redid my room. The glass mat's going to be available for purchase on July the 1st. So if you've been wanting that awesome glass mat with the, it's called Glass Mat Studio, and you have 3 pieces to it, grab it. It's going to sell out. It sold out for us demonstrators like in 2 days. It was super quick. All right. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually glue this down. So I'm just going to put some adhesive here. All right. And that will just keep that open for us. And we can see the beauty of those pretty Magnolia stamps. Do you guys like this bundle? Isn't it pretty? I love it. I love it. I wish I would have played with it before, but just haven't had a chance. Okay, so there we go. And then what we're going to do is we will start to layer. Actually, let's stamp. Let's stamp first. I'm going to grab a piece. I think this is scrap white. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get the crumb cake. And I'm going to use this Magnolia, I don't know what the heck this is called. Is this like the bud? I think it is the bud. I think it is the bud. I told you I have a magnolia tree. I don't even know if this is the bud or this is after. I think it's the bud. Anyway, we're going to cut this out with a die after we stamp it. Give it some firm pressure. Isn't that pretty? So this is, again, crumb cake, right? I'm stamping it in crumb cake. And I'm going to die cut it from here. Let me grab that. And run that through. Okay, super easy. I love having my room now where I can just kind of spread out and it doesn't have to be all right here, right? It can just be kind of around me. You guys can see me. If you can't, please let me know because I feel like y'all can see me. So that's why I like that. Okay, and so now I'm going to take this really pretty petal pink and I'm going to, let me get the inks closed. I'm going to take my liquid adhesive. I'm just going to dab it onto the back of these little, like, I call them like little flowers, but I'm only going to go half to half, right? So I only want the 1/2, and I'm just going to dab this. You could also use glue dots if you prefer. If you don't like liquid adhesive, that is fine, but I'm just going to adhere this to half of this die cut, okay? You see what I've done? So we open it up this way, okay? Now this crumb cake, I'm actually going to layer this up inside, and again, these points are going to line up, should be pretty exact, right? So again, I only want to adhesive just up to half of that. So just literally like that. All right. And I'm going to layer that on my card front. And these are amazingly simple cards that are just absolutely gorgeous, right? That's the whole idea, that I want to provide you examples that you can recreate. You don't have to have a manual, you don't have to have something fancy. Use what you have and create gorgeous cards, right? Your friends and family will love them. And so my focal point is this beautiful die cut. And you see I went ahead and took the petal pink and I just blended a little bit. And so I'm going to pop that up here. I'm going to do another one. What the heck? Let's do a fourth one. Feels like I need something over there. And let me get these papers off. They're really stuck. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of put that right in the center and pop it up so that it's even. And then what I have is a piece of, it's cut out again from these wildflower dies. And you can see how that cut out, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally layer this up so that it goes right underneath, and when we put our white under this, it looks like this. You can actually see it pops. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's layer this up. It's easier to go ahead and get that piece adhered down in the right position, I feel like, because then you've got the contrast against the white. Okay, so we've got that right where we want it. And again, the points will line up just like that. Okay, so this time we're gonna adhere the glue to the front, right? Because it's gonna go underneath. So I'm a big advocate of lay it out before you glue it down, and that is the reason why. Okay, so I want to line this up, making sure that that little petal pink die is all the way around there evenly. It's pretty even. And then I will push that down, and there we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the inside. And then what we're going to do is take a piece of our basic white, just some scrap that we have, and we are going to take the happy birthday stamp, and we are going to load that onto our D block, D like David. They're always on the side here. I don't know if you've known that, but on the side of your Stampin' Up! Acrylic blocks, it has the letter to know, and in the catalog, I think it still has it, it'll tell you which one you need to use for those stamps. So it's kind of handy and helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Happy Birthday in petal pink. Again, give it some firm pressure. And then come straight up. And I'm going to take my snips, and I'm just going to snip one side at an angle. And then I'm going to lay it down here along the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue there and just lay that down. All right. And then I'm going to take my dots again, which I love these dots. These were out of stock for a long time too. Do this, do a petal pink, do an off-white. And, whoop, you know what? We didn't stamp the inside. Let me do that. One memento. This stamp that we're going to do says, just a note to let you know that you are loved, like I did on my sample. And I did that in, I think I did it in pecan pie to match the cardstock. So we'll grab that. Ink it up real good. These are super juicy ink pads. So when you do this, you want to make sure that you are covered, not coming out here to be exposed in the white, okay? So it's pretty centered in the middle. There we go. Okay, just a note to let you know that you are loved. Anybody would love to get that card. So pretty. And just to tell you guys, I'm so thankful for y'all. This stamping community has been amazing for me, and I don't take it lightly. I really enjoy stamping. It really, anybody who knows me personally knows that I have a lot on my plate. I always say that stamping balances my crazy, and it does. So everybody has their own reason, but I am truly grateful for you, my customers, my friends, and just being able to just create beautiful projects with paper, ink, and stamps. It's amazing what happens over paper, ink, and stamps. So thank you. Um, so actually, I see that I went ahead and um, double sentimented that, but I think that's okay. So there's card number 2. So again, there's my first and there's the second one. Hope you guys like that. Super fun. And let's go ahead and do the third card and pull this out. I love this. This is very simple as well. This is the third card, and this one features the beautiful big magnolia here, and it also features this awesome double ribbon pack, which is called the Petal Pink and White 1/4 inch diagonal trim combo pack. The item number is 163417. This too was out of stock for a long time. And it's come back in, but it is really pretty. You can, so obviously the petal pink is gorgeous. The white, you can actually take your blends and actually color the white in and make it any color that we have by using the alcohol markers. Okay, so that is a pro tip. I know a lot of us demonstrators do that when we have white ribbon, so that's a fun thing that we can do as well. But this, I'm just using the white. So let me go ahead and put this up here and we will recreate this. Again, the card base is a standard. I have another piece of the petal pink. I will go ahead and use this brand new cute crochet, and I will be back in 1 second. We'll make that card. All right, this is one of my favorites. One of my new favorites. It's a 3D. Okay. So just running this through. So as you can see, the detail on this one is really pretty. Let me turn the light down a little bit. Usually that makes a big difference. Let's see. Kind of, maybe not. So when you look at it, you've got the embossed side, which is kind of like the raised side. You can see it really good there. And then you've got the debossed side. I kind of like the debossed side better. And you can really see that detail. Let me bring the lights back up again. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to use the debossed side. I'm going to put my dimensionals here on the back side. And we're going to pop that up. And what I will do, because I want my ribbon to go through there as well, do this, do this. Okay, I'm going to take my white ribbon. All right. And I'm going to tie this. Determine which side you want your ribbon to be up, right? So pull enough of your ribbon through. And I like to wrap it to where it's on one side and then it hangs out of my card front piece. So get some extra ribbon there. Don't be afraid to use it. And loop it and wrap it around, right? Okay. And then you just kind of fiddle with it until you get your loops kind of the way that you want them. And because this isn't glued down yet, you could literally move it around. If you say you kind of want it on the other side, move it to the other side. You can do that, okay? And this, I'm going to kind of twist that so that the kind of other more detailed side gets facing up. That's why I say kind of mess with it till you get it the way you want it. All right, that's good enough for me. I do want a little bit bigger bow, I think. There's that. Okay, I'm not going to cut it off just yet either. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it down, and then I can tell where I want my front to go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that attached for now. I have a piece of basic white and a piece of pecan pie. And I'm going to go ahead and get my petal pink out. And this is just going to create like a little bit of like, I call it kind of like a glow from behind. And it's so subtle, but it is really, really pretty. And it makes that stamped image really, really pop, I feel like. So, and it's super fast to do this as well. So you could pop out, 10 cards, nothing flat. This could even be like a wedding card. It could be, whatever you want or need it for. Okay, so got that. And then I'm going to adhere this down. This is 1/8 of an inch border. So there it is, 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. So you've got a 1/8 inch border all the way around. Now, I love that because it just allows that color to kind of peek through, but it doesn't kind of like give like a bam, like a really thick border. It just really is light. And that's this whole card class is just I think it's just a very elegant card class, okay? All right, so we've got that. Now what? Now I need my crumb cake, and I need some scrap white, which let me go ahead and pull from my handy dandy here. Let's see, that's probably, I need to grab, let's see, I thought I had some bigger pieces. Yeah, I do. Here we go. So there we go. Okay, some scrap white. And I'm going to take that beautiful large Magnolia, and I'm going to use the E like echo block. Okay, now you can take the larger blocks here, take the ink to the larger block, and that sometimes is easier to go ahead and ink it up, and you have more control. So that's just a tip you could use. And I'm just going to stamp down in the middle of my scrap and then come up. Isn't that so pretty? Love that. So let me clean off my stamp here, and I'm going to die cut that out real quick. And you can see it just very easily. Let's see, where is it at? It goes like this and cuts right out. So before I do that, I am going to I'm going to take my petal pink here. Just going to blend that a little bit as well here. Kind of from the center, kind of coming out. That'll really kind of match with this blending that we did here. All right, give me a second. I will die cut this out and we'll get started. So that is, you heard it kind of cracking. That is a good, solid cut. So there we go. Okay. I may want to do a little bit more down here in the bottom. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. Feels like I am. To kind of let that glow. Isn't that pretty? Love that. All right, so I'm getting my large dimensionals. I'm going to pop these up. All right. Put one over here. Get those off. Okay. And again, I'm just going to place that right there. Isn't that pretty? Love that. All right, so now we're going to take our card front back, our layer, and do you see why I said let me go ahead and do this first? I'm going to move it around because it didn't really leave a lot of room there for my bow to kind of stick out. And I'm going to do it like that so you can see it stick out. I'm actually going to dimensional this too. I feel like it's usually easier to go ahead and dimensional over top of some ribbon rather than adhere it down. On the other one that I made, my prototype, I glued it down flat, which is fine. I could do it, but I just feel like it's easier to go over the ribbon by raising it up from these dimensionals. So it's personal choice, personal preference. But this lovely sweet crochet, I love it. I love that embossing folder. It's so pretty. Okay. Here we go. Putting that down. Now I feel pretty comfortable. I'm going to snip it where I want it. There we go. Throw away the excess. And I will glue this down. Okay. So if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to send you inspiration. Sign up for my newsletter on jenscreativestampers.com. I offer updates and free classes, and my signups are all on my website as well and on my newsletter. And so I'd love to be able to inspire you and give you different ideas on how to use your product, right? So that is what I love. It is fun. And like I said, our stamping community is amazing. We stretch all across the country. And I love that. It just is so amazing how we come together over paper, ink, and stamps. And so I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't have one. So reach out to me, let me know. I can send you a catalog. I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one. I didn't really love putting that thank you on there on the first one. I kind of like it just left the way it is. I feel like it's much more elegant. So, but you could put a sentiment on the front, or you don't have to. So it is totally up to you. So there is card number 3. This is card number 2. And this is card number 1. So I hope that you love those cards, and I hope you love this bundle as much as I do. Would love to send this card class to you for free. So when you place your order using the link, make sure you use the special link, and that will enable me to go ahead and send this to you for free. All right. So with the $50 order, you will get the embellishments for free. I will send those to you free in your packet. So that's $50 before shipping and tax. Again, just wanted to remind everybody, starting July 3rd, You can earn your bonus dollars and also sign up for our monthly coffee and kid class. Um, it's going to happen on July 13th from 10 until noon. And we can also do that virtual as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this class. Happy 4th of July. Hope you enjoy the time with your family and your friends. And I will see you next Sunday. All right. Bye bye, everyone. Stay cool.